Today's episode is brought to you by Loot Crate. Loot Crate is the monthly subscription box delivered directly to your door with exclusive pop culture collectibles, apparel, and gear. We'll talk about more of that later, though, because let's get into this podcast. Hello, everybody. It's time for Ghost and Crendor.
Ghost and Crendor in the morning.
In the morning. Broadcasting live. Before our recording studio audience. Recording. Wake your ass up. It's up next Crendor in the morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to an exciting episode of Cox and Crendor in the morning.
Everybody side of Cox Crendor in the morning.
Yep, that with a side of coming on down the side of Cox Crendor in the morning. Coming on, bing, 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 bing.
Coming out, ding, 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 ding. It's like that frog. Remember that frog?
I do remember that terrible, terrible frog. How could I forget?
Those were like the pure meme days. Those were like
Those were the pure meme days. The before times.
Yeah, man. What was that frog called?
Ding Dong Frog.
Let's see.
The blue frog.
Let's
Bling
see.
Frog.
Crazy Frog.
Same thing.
Crazy Frog. Axel F. That's what it was.
Bing. Yeah, that was terrible. That wasn't good then. It's not good now. It's never been good.
I mean, I don't know. It's got 5 million likes.
Yeah, but
1
there
billion
can be 5
views?
million idiots in the world. There can be 5 million idiots.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong.
There's 7 billion people on the planet. I'm willing to bet 1 billion of them are dumb as shit. So I definitely feel like that's a possibility.
Oh my god, some of the people in these comments too. Someone's like, I still watching since I was 5. I'm 11 and I got no friends.
Yeah, no, that checks out.
But even then, that's like, what, 6 years? So that's like, they listened to this when it was already like 5 years old.
I can excuse kids because that seems like it's targeted at children. But if you're like, if that started with, I listened to this at 5 and now I'm 25, I'd have been like, you need to stop.
I listened to this at 31 and then I'm 41 and I love it. I can't get enough Crazy Frog.
No, if that's the case, no, I'm going to hard pass. If I ever met a person and they were like, oh, dude, have you heard this song? It's called Crazy Frog. I might get up and never talk to I would get up from whatever I was doing. No matter if we were on a plane, I'd open the door and fall out to my death. If we were in the ocean, I'd jump overboard. If we were like on a roller coaster, I would just get out.
If we were in
I just get out.
Starbucks, I would get up and leave.
Yeah, at least you're willing to go that far.
Yeah, they're gonna play Crazy Frog. I'm out of here.
I thought you were doing like a diner thing. Like, we got 3 slabs of Cox and 1 old Crendor. Hold the slaw, ding.
Oh no, I wasn't doing that.
That's what I thought. That was your bit. Like, go, we got a Cox and Crendor, side of Crendor, right?
No. I was just trying to like kind of mimic what you were doing. It just came out like a Crazy Frog.
Your imitation of me is Crazy Frog.
Everybody got a bit now.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense to me.
So how you doing?
Man, I am doing all right. I'm trying to think what I ended up doing. Oh, I went and saw Venom the other night.
I heard that was bad.
It's not terrible.
Okay.
But it is not good.
Okay.
I definitely can understand how some people would like it because, like, there's some funny bits and some action bits, but there's a lot of things that do not make any... Like, let me give you an example. So, everyone sort of gets the idea is that in movies, if you do something early on, a good movie should have a payoff of that thing later on, right?
Right.
So, if at the beginning of the movie, a bad guy says to, like, the hero, like, don't lose your head, and then at the end, the guy's like, don't lose your head, and the bad guy's head pops off or some weird shit. Like, that kind of thing. So at the beginning of this movie, this is no spoilers because it's in all the trailers for it. At the beginning, Eddie Brock, after a bunch of scenes where he gets basically shit on, he's in like a bad place. He goes to a convenience mart, and it's very obvious he knows the old Asian woman who like runs it, and he gets, I think, like canned vegetables or something. Who knows? It doesn't matter. And at that point, a guy comes in and robs her and is like, "Give me your money, lady." And Eddie Brock's like, "I don't mess with that. I don't get involved anymore." That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Clearly, the payoff at the end is when he has the Venom powers, he's going to go back there and show that guy what's what. But the movie ends, and we still haven't gotten to that scene. And I was waiting for it and waiting for it. So he's having a conversation with Venom, and he's like, "Look, if we're going to be a hero, we got to, stop eating good people and eat only bad people, okay?" And Venom's like, "Okay, so what makes a bad person?" And I was like, here we go. We're going to go into the thing. So, over the course of the movie, Venom as a character does not eat anything that isn't fresh, right?
Right.
So, he won't eat cooked food. He won't eat anything that's dead, basically. Which means that Eddie Brock has to do a bunch of wacky things, like jumping into a lobster tank. Ooh, right?
Yeah.
But at the end, in order to get him into the convenience store, because why would he go to the convenience store if he doesn't eat anything that's eaten, right?
Yeah.
He goes to the convenience store, and he's like, "Well, what do you want to eat?" And you figure Venom's going to be like, "I could go for 2 criminals and a larcenist," or what? Who knows?
Side of
Larcenist? That's right. Yeah.
And one larcenist.
But instead, Venom's like, "Chocolate and tater tots would be good." And you're like, "Wait, what?" And then they go into the convenience mart, and of course, as they do that, the scene plays out again where he's like, "Give me your money." And you're like, okay, Venom's going to eat this guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it happens, but it's that type of movie where it's clear the writers were like, yeah, at the beginning, he goes in there and he doesn't want to do it. But at the end, he goes back in and he eats that dude, and that's like the payoff. But they didn't think, how do we get him back in the same convenient mart? Because he doesn't need to go there anymore. So Venom, the character of the entire movie, who's like, "I only eat fresh things, and if I eat anything that's cooked, I puke and I get really sick." For some reason, wants chocolate and tater tots now. It's a very that is one of the least offensive moments in this movie of that caliber. There's many moments like that where, because earlier in the movie he tried to make tater tots because he was hungry, but Venom was like, "It's not fresh. I don't want those."
Oh, I see.
Yeah, there's a lot of moments like that in this film where the motivations and the reasoning happen just so they can make the next scene occur. It's that kind of shit. Where it's like, "Oh, this would be a cool scene, and this would be a cool scene. How do we get there? Fuck it, just throw in some voiceover lines."
It's like they duct tape a bunch of cool things together.
Absolutely. There's some moments in this movie that are awesome. There's some really genuinely great moments. But then there's also moments where it straight up is just like, what? Why? Yeah, and then they even do a "see you in the sequel" at the end, which walking out of the movie, I was like, boy, does this not deserve a sequel. But it's destroying the box office right now, so maybe it'll get one. But yeah, that was it was entirely underwhelming. However, the date that I went with, she loved it. I was like, okay. She's like, "I thought it was great." And I was like, oh, boy.
Well, it's the tomato meter gives it a 32. The audience gives it an 89.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those things that I just expected more from it.
Yeah.
And I should have gone in with zero expectations. Because, and I think I tweeted it reminds me of a late 90s, early 2000s superhero movie where no one involved with the actual superhero had anything to do with the movie. Just a bunch of dudes who thought it would be cool to make the movie this way.
Yeah.
It reminded me of Spawn or the first Spider-Man movie or some of the Batman movies. Things that during that time period people thought would be awesome, but looking back, you're like, boy, this is terrible. This is not good. And it's just like that, except it's today's graphics and today's Tom Hardy's an amazing actor. He's very, very good in it, but it's just very bizarre that it's a movie that is one part horror movie, one part comedy, and one part superhero action flick. And it is such a weird mishmash. I was talking with someone today about it, and I was like, I can't figure out what kind of genre it's supposed to be. And he said it's kind of like the movie Frighteners. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Frighteners, but that is a movie that it's Michael J. Fox. It's a horror movie about death chasing down ghosts, right? And I think Michael J. Fox either talks to the ghosts or becomes a ghost. I don't remember the whole movie. But the whole point is, it is both comedy and horror movie. And while it's entertaining, it's not what I would call a good movie, but it's just it keeps you interested. enough to see it one time. I don't know that I ever go back and watch it again. But yeah, it's a very bizarre film. I've never sat through anything like that in my life where I was just like, what is this movie? What is this supposed to be? Yeah.
Thing is, like, whenever I see a superhero movie, I never go into it with big expectations, like you said. But like that's because I just expect it to be like a action, just kind of like, like, you know, I'm gonna watch them punch some stuff, save some people, make a couple like one-liners, and then that's that.
That's the attitude I should have, but I think Marvel has me spoiled where going into the Avengers movies, I always am like ready for excellence. But at the same time, I should know better because I didn't like Iron Man 1 or 2. I thought the Thor movies were kind of like meh. Yeah, for some reason, though, Captain America, I just think every movie is a Captain America movie. I love those movies. I love them, like, just a great deal.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy was super fun. Even the second one, which I didn't like as much as the first one, I thought was, like, a great, fun movie. But yeah, I guess I'm just blinded because DC ones, I went in and hated them. But I liked Wonder Woman. That was a surprise to me. I love that movie. And honestly, I think Aquaman looks kind of dope. The Aquaman trailer looked like really cool. Yeah, the Aquaman trailer looks great.
Khal Drogo guy.
Yeah, or Ronan from Stargate Atlantis. But that is like, it looks good. They released a 5-minute trailer from, I think, New York City Comic Con. It looks dope. It looks really, they probably spoiled a bunch in that trailer, but it looks entertaining. It looks fun. So we'll see. That could be great.
This is why, again, it's like I don't really like getting into the lore of all the comic book type things because I feel like it's not super deep lore. I know people would be like, but like, you know, I feel like comparatively, especially like I'm sure the comic books have like better lore than the actual like movies where they're trying to cut it down to like a 1 hour or hour and a half, 2 hour thingy.
Clearly, we are not meant to judge the comic book industry.
Yeah, I'm very bad at judging it because every one I see, I'm like, that was good. Like I see it once and I never want to see it again.
Oh, like I said, I think I'm spoiled. I think I'm super spoiled by just how much I loved Captain America: Winter Soldier. I was like, that is a fucking good movie. And yeah, I think I judge everything based off how much I enjoyed that.
What else is coming out?
What else is coming out?
First Man, Bad Times at the Elroy.
Oh my God, that Lady Gaga movie came out this weekend. The lines to go see that movie were crazy. There was like, coming out of one of the theater were like a bunch of crying women. I was like, what the hell happened to that movie?
What's it called?
Star is Born. A Star is Born is a remake of a remake of a remake of a remake, I think.
Huh.
The first movie came out in 1937.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a lot of remakes.
The last one was Barbra Streisand.
Oh yeah. That's Lady Gaga?
Yeah.
Huh. She looks different when she like isn't like, you know, wearing like the
when
crazy
she's not, yeah, when she's not Gaga. When she's
yeah.
not Gaga, she looks like a human being. It's crazy. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Goosebumps 2 Haunted Halloween. Now there's what I'll be seeing.
I saw that and said, Crendor's going to go see that movie.
No doubt. Look at this. Haunted Halloween photos. Did you even you ever see Goosebumps when you were a kid?
I saw the original series, way back when.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, Goosebumps is this is like a really bad Twilight Zone for kids.
Yes, but it had some really famous actors in it, which is crazy.
Did it? Like who?
First off, Ryan Gosling was in it.
Wait, Ryan Gosling?
Yeah, Ryan Gosling was in it.
Huh.
I'm trying to find the cast list. Who is Laura Vandervoort?
That sounds like
a real name.
Vandervoort. It sounds like an evil villain.
Right.
Laura Vandervoort.
Oh, this is going to take forever. There's so many cast members. How am I going to find all the famous
Laura
ones?
Vandervoort was in Smallville.
Of course she was. And she was Anna in the movie Jigsaw.
Ah. But are you afraid of the dark? That was the other one.
Don Cherry, infamous Canadian legend. Don Cherry was in it.
Oh my God.
Yup. Amanda Tapping was in the show. Amanda Tapping, of course, everyone recognizes as the delightful Major Samantha Carter. I was trying to think of what her... She's Samantha Carter from Stargate SG-1.
Ooh.
Who's Booth Savage? Booth Savage worked on a movie called Canada, Russia, 72. So, killing it. Oh, he was in Degrassi, Next Class.
Oh, wow.
I know, right?
That's where Drake was.
I know. That's where Drake was. AJ Cook. How do I know AJ Cook? I don't know AJ Cook at all. She is in nothing I've ever seen. Oh, she was murdered in Law and Order Special Victims Unit. Maybe that's why I know her from. Mm-hmm. Hayden Christensen was in this show.
Huh.
Hayden Christensen was in one episode. Right before this is he did an episode in 1997, maybe, I think.
1997.
Yeah, Goosebumps. He played Zane in Night of the Living Dummy 3.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he was also in Are You Afraid of the Dark in 1999.
Oh, there we go.
Yup. So this girl was also in Degrassi. Wow, a lot of these people went on to be in Degrassi. I guess it's a Canadian thing. Was Are You Afraid of the Dark filmed in Canada? Because I feel like that's probably what happened.
I think so. And
or Goosebumps, was it filmed in Canada?
I think Degrassi was filmed in Canada too. So
it definitely was. And so all these Canadian actors are all in it again.
Yeah.
This is the problem that I have. Tara Vanessa looks like just a lovely young lady. She is definitely getting into some experimental films, because in one of them, in 2012, she was in a movie called I Was a Boy, and her character was named Reason. I don't know what the shit that means.
Reason.
I am Reason. Like, yeah, okay, sure. I seem to recall like a bunch more, but Lord knows I don't know. There's so many people listed here. I ain't got time to look through all them.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
Yeah, too many. Some might say too many.
I'd say
but yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just seeing movies and looking up actors.
That's my life. What have you been up to?
Pretty much doing what I always did. I did go out to eat. We were next to like these people on a date, and I'm pretty sure it was like a second date or a first date, because there was a point where they were drinking, and then the guy was like, if I just came and picked you up on Thursday, what would you say? And she was like, I'd probably be busy.
Wow, ouch.
And he is like, story in my life. And then they just like went quiet for like a few minutes. And then she had a drink, but she didn't like her drink, but then she like power drank through it anyway.
Yeah, I get that. I'd be like, I'm going to finish this.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting.
Sounds like a bad date. Yeah.
But
ouch.
Man, I had my chicken sandwich, was pretty good. I
didn't care about them none. I had my chicken sandwich.
Yeah, and then aside from that, I've just been like being me. I really haven't done anything exciting.
Speaking of drinking, I totally forgot.
What?
Remember the story about how when I went, this is years ago, when I was at that Overwatch party and we got drunk on George Clooney tequila?
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
I got in my mail this week 2 bottles of George Clooney tequila. What? I don't know who sent them. I don't know why they were sent, but they were. And I have them now.
Wait, so you just randomly got them in the mail?
They were in my P.O. box, yeah. And it does not say who sent them at all.
That's so weird.
Yeah. So I like to believe it was George Clooney. He was like, sorry about that. Here, get drunk on me. Thank you, George Clooney. Wherever you're at, I believe you.
Hey, thanks, George Clooney. You're a nice guy.
Yeah, or whoever sent those, but I'd like to believe it was George Clooney.
Yeah, it was definitely George Clooney.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
He clearly listens to this podcast.
No doubt.
Yeah.
He might. You don't know.
Yeah. Well, speaking of getting something amazing in the mail, can I tell you about Loot Crate?
You can.
Loot Crate, as I'm sure you're aware, is a monthly subscription box. We said at the beginning of the show, we're going to say it again. It's filled with geeky, nerdy culture things. Last month, for example, I got a box that was entitled Mayhem. That was sort of the theme of the box. And inside was everything from a t-shirt that was based off the movie Office Space, where they bash that damn printer. A Rick and Morty statue that had sort of a crazy monster on it. And Morty was like, oh no, geez, that's my Morty.
Right.
Then there's a Harley Quinn notebook. And one of those pop socket things that everyone uses on planet Earth but me, apparently. And just all sorts of fun stuff was in this box. You can get one very similar to it, except this month the theme is cursed items. So you're going to get stuff based on Attack on Titan and American Horror Story and Gremlins and Evil Dead 2. Who knows what it'll be, but that's sort of the fun of Loot Crate. You don't really know what to expect. And I guess that's why 30 million crates have sold so far. Sure, there's the original one, which is what I'm talking about. But they also have like a gaming-themed one and an anime-themed one, if that's your jam. You're getting $50 worth of stuff and a $20 box. It's a good deal. You simply can't lose.
You don't even have to go buy a t-shirt anymore. You just get one.
Yeah, you get a new t-shirt every month, basically. And they're always really fun designs and always things that I see a lot of my friends just wearing around because a lot of us are subscribed to Loot Crate. So here's what you need to do. If you want to get in on getting a bunch of stuff every month, a bunch of really awesome stuff, go to lootcrate.com/Cox and enter the code Cox to save 15% off on your subscription. That is lootcrate.com/Cox. Enter my code Cox and get 15% off before this month's sells out. So get a surprise every month from the largest geek and gaming subscription company out there. Geek out in style with Loot Crate.
Lootcrate.com/Cox.
All right, well, what should we do? I guess we gotta go check out what's next. Shop comes down the sky. Crendor, how's that traffic out there?
Traffic out here is pretty bad. It's raining. In most of the land, a lot of land getting a lot of rain. So be careful out there. Put on those windshield wipers. Put on that the rain block. And just watch yourself. It's gonna be slipping and sliding all over. It's like a slip and slide out there, but for your car's gonna be slipping and sliding. You don't want that. You want traction. You want to keep going. So buckle up, buckle in, and buy some of Crendor's Rain Be Gone. Put it on your car. It'll get rid of all that rain. Back to you.
Thanks, Crendor. I don't believe any of that. Now let's go over to the weather desk. How's that weather?
Weather. It's raining out.
Yeah, I feel like you just explained that.
I did, but let's see if it's not raining in a random other place. All right, let's see here. Whoppy activated. 6, 4, 5, 3, 2, 3. Error. Beep, 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 beep. 2, 4, 4, 5.
Beep,
2,
beep, beep, beep.
3. Error. 2, 4, 4, 6, 1, 2. Error. R.
R? A?
C. Raco, Michigan. 43 degrees Fahrenheit. Feels like 39 degrees Fahrenheit. UV index 0. Next 36 hours. Tonight, rain. Cloudy skies, periods of rain. Late, low 40 degrees. Winds east to 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of rain 80%. Monday, 53 degrees Fahrenheit. 100% chance. Rain. Monday night, rain. Tuesday, rain. Tuesday night, rain. Yeah, it looks like a lot of rain.
I rarely do I do this, but I've never heard of Raco, Michigan. So I Googled Raco, Michigan, and the map was just a green field with like a few roads. So I clicked on it, and it literally, the Google image for Raco, Michigan is just like a road and fields. I'm not sure I don't think this is a real place.
It looks like it's like 10 minutes from the Canadian border.
It really must be.
Like, it looks like you go down 28, then you go up 75, and you hit Canada.
Raco is straight up in the what is this place? The Saltsta Mary State Forest area. Saltsta?
This looks like it's up there in the UP area.
It's a national. Yeah, it's definitely a national forest. I don't know what this.
Yeah.
What is Saltsta? What is Salt Street? Salt? No, that's not street.
I don't know.
Salt Sweet?
Does
Salt Sweet.
Anybody live or have lived or been to Upper Michigan? Tell us about Raco, Michigan.
Yeah, what is Raco, Michigan is home of let's see here. Well, not a whole lot. It is home of USFS 3153.
Okay.
W3366 Road.
That's one of my favorites.
Looks like four buildings
Okay.
that I can tell. The U.S. Forest Weather Service is there. That's nice.
That's good.
Oh, it is straight up in the middle of a... Wow, that is in the middle of... Why would they put a town or a county in the middle of a forest? When right next door is Brimley. That seems like a city.
They could have just went to Brimley.
Really, it is. Hold on. From Raco to Salt Street Marie. What is this? What is Salt STE? What does that mean? How do you say that? I gotta look it up. How do you say that?
I don't know what anything is up here.
It doesn't make any no one. It's abbreviated, but no one explains what the abbreviation means. What does that mean?
Oh no.
The 15 best things to do in Sault Ste. Marie. You could go to the Sioux Locks.
Okay.
The Tower of History.
Love that one.
Lake Superior State University, which literally looks like a log cabin. It looks like a log cabin.
Oh my god. I'm like looking through the town like to the east, and there's a dude driving a car that looks like it's straight out of Mad Max.
This again, 15 top things to do. Number 11, go to church. Literally, holy name of Mary Church. Number 13 is the Island Books and Crafts. Oh my god. Not even on the list is Border Country Berries.
I mean, listen, even in the like big town over, all I found is like a motel, a Bay Mart, and some
Man,
really
I forget
bad houses.
some places in the United States are like, there's nothing there.
There's actually
It
a
says-
lot of places, nothing there.
Wow. Sometimes, so there's one image and it says, things to do, games and amusement, and the image is a waterfall. What does that mean?
Well, you can waterfall it up.
Roll your ass off, I guess. Roll off our famed waterfall. Wow. There's a place called Sugar Island next to it. I feel like there's no sugar there.
They also got the 10 best things to do in Brimley, Michigan, which is right east of it. And it's just fishing. Literally, they're all just fishing.
What is the nearest? Wow, it's all state. On the Canadian side, it is all state parks.
Yeah.
The closest major town is Sudbury, which is surrounded by a national forest. And then eventually you get to Toronto. If you head about 3 states south, you get to Toronto or Ottawa or Montreal.
Yeah. Apparently, the people up in Brimley, which is right next to where Raco is, found glowing fluorescent rocks they are calling Uper lights.
Yep, they are. Yep, they are. Brimley, known for the Uper lights.
And that's the weather.
I'm going to this view of Brimley. Brimley, like right on the lake. It looks beautiful. Some of these houses are very, very nice. I would never want to live there because this is where people get killed.
Oh, yeah, that's nah.
It's too quiet. It's too quiet here.
That's what I was said. Some people are like, I like how it's peaceful when there's nothing around. I'm like, that makes me nervous. I'm like, you get killed here and nobody would know.
Yeah, I don't. You could be dead out there for months and no one finds your butt.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this. They're right near the lake, which is beautiful. Like lake, whatever lake that is.
Mm-hmm.
Lake, whatever lake that is. Erie or Michigan or lake, whatever. It's all very, very nice, but man, I wouldn't want to be out there.
What if you
that's dangerous as shit.
What if you have like a heart attack? You got like 10-hour drive to the hospital. You're not making that.
Yeah, no, you're done. Yeah, there's no hospital. Brimley, there's no hospital.
I'm the local hospital. John T. Doctor.
You got to get your ass all the way to Sault Ste. Marie. That's where you got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, thank you. Well, I guess that's weather.
Yeah, that's weather.
All right, and what's going on in sports?
Sports. We got ourselves another NFL day. A whole bunch of NFL action happening. We had, let me just check it right here. The Houston Texans are beating Dallas. Buffalo won again over Tennessee. I don't know how they do it. Carolina beat the Giants. Bengals beat the Dolphins. The Browns have won again. The Browns beat the Ravens 12-9 in overtime.
Was it overtime?
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Browns 2 wins. 2 wins after not winning a game last year and only one game the year before that. They are now the same record as the Pittsburgh Steelers at 2-1.
Yeah, I can't.
And
I
you
can't
know
handle
what?
This season's terrible.
If they would have kicked a couple field goals, they'd probably be like 3-1 or 4-0 right now. They'd be undefeated. Cleveland Browns. Packers lost to the Lions. Very sad. Kansas City beat Jacksonville. Jets beat Denver. Pittsburgh beat Atlanta. And the Chargers beat Oakland. And Minnesota beat Philadelphia. And then the other games, Rams won again. They're the Rams. And then Arizona beat San Francisco. Also, in baseball, the playoffs have started. Brewers already won. They swept the Rockies. They're moving on to the championship series. Looks like the Dodgers are probably going to go, but they are losing right now. But they're up 2-0 in the series. Yankees, Red Sox tied 1-1. And Houston up 2-0 on Cleveland.
Wow. All of them not what I want, but all right.
Yeah.
Oof. Okay, well, what is our big news story of the day?
Let's see. Neighbor complain about Florida man doing yard work naked. Police say it's legal.
I mean, that makes sense to me. You don't need to convince me of that. I don't even need to hear that article to know that I agree with that.
I just want to see what the man said if they talk to him. Let's
sure,
see.
okay.
I came out Sunday night to put out the trash, and I look over, and he's bent over, winding up his hose. And I'm like, that is my view of the neighborhood. Melissa, a neighbor, told the news station. He works on his car, and he does it naked, and everyone has called the police. He's just out there doing yard work, whatever he needs to do outside, naked. Another neighbor believes the man should have some respect for children in the area. Kids catch the bus here. It's wrong, Charlie Estes said. But police
Kids
say
catch the bus here.
police say they can't do anything about it as long as the man isn't touching himself inappropriately. Police can't tell the man to put his clothes on because he's on his own property. I have seen these people stand on their front step buck naked, both of them, and talk to a police officer. The sheriff's department told me to turn my head. And they interviewed the man.
This is what happens when you all want your personal freedom. This is what it's about. Suddenly, you're pissed off when someone's naked. Well, you can't have it both ways, America. Either you got to accept a little dingle-dangle in your life or accept restrictions. You can't have it both ways.
He's not hurting anybody. He's just doing his thing.
Yeah, I'm on this guy's team. I agree. Let him. If I assume both the husband and wife, let him do it.
Yeah. They tried to interview him, but he declined. Said he's a very private person. There you go.
I get it. He could, he should be private. Just because his privates are out doesn't mean he's not private.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a story somebody sent to me. So a man was arrested for offering $200,000 to buy an 8-year-old at Walmart. An 81-year-old man was arrested after he allegedly offered $200,000 to buy a young girl from her mother at a Florida Walmart.
Buy a young girl like that? What? It's so bizarre. All right, please continue. I'm sorry.
He also looks very
You don't need to describe him to me. I'm very well aware that he is a creep. You don't need to. Anyone offering that kind of money for a child at a Walmart, is a creep. You don't need to prove it to me. You don't need to. Yep. Yeah, no, he's a creep. That's a creep right there.
There's just so much baggage on his face.
You know what he looks like? You know that meme of the mouth, the eyes, and the nose that are smaller than the overall head?
Yeah.
Shrunk down. He looks like that.
Yeah, he does. He looks like he doesn't even know how he's still alive. Cobb allegedly approached Tracy Nye and her 8-year-old, who were sitting on a bench. Nye didn't think the man was a threat at first. Then he began making offers. The first amount was $100,000, then $150,000, and then the final was $200,000. I then said, no, we have to go. Cobb allegedly also grabbed the girl's arm and kissed her wrist.
Oh, gross. Ew.
Using security camera footage, credit card payments, police identified him and are investigating whether he was involved in similar incidents.
Probably. I'm going to go out on a limb and say an 81-year-old just doesn't decide to be a fucking creep.
It's such a weird thing to have. Like, you're just sitting there, and then some guy's like, oh, $100,000.
Like, what? Did I ever tell you, years ago when I was in college, I was waiting for a bus, and while I was waiting for the bus to arrive, a guy pulled up in a car and was like, hey, come on, get on in. I'll take you where you need to go. I was like, no, I'm good. He's like, come on, I'll take you. And I was like, no, I'm good. Thank you, though. And he's like, come on. He opened the car door, and he's like, get in. He's like, I got drinks and stuff. And I was like, no, thank you. You made it weird now, sir. And I turned and walked away. He's like, fine, be that way. Slammed the door and drove off. And I was like, what the shit was that?
That is pretty weird.
I feel like I was trying to drug me and kill me or some shit. Have his way with my butt. I don't know. I have no idea.
Jesus, that's
but it happened. And I was like, what the hell? No. Why would I get in a car with you?
I think something happened weird like that with me when I was a kid. I remember at the grocery store, and then I remember I think I was 7 or something, some weird old man with a mustache.
This is when we find out that your parents aren't really your parents and you were raised by crazy grocery store people. I'm not ready for this.
Nah, it could be a dream, but it could have happened. There's there's a 50% chance this happened. And he was just like, hey, how much for him? And my mom was like,
what?
No, it's not for sale. He's like, aha, and walked away. Part of me, my 7-year-old brain or something, remembers that, but part of me feels like I also dreamt it, and I'm not sure.
Yep, I feel like that definitely happened. Do you?
It probably
that definitely happened to you. I believe that in a heartbeat.
Either way, there's some weird people out there, everybody.
Yeah.
And
don't sell your kids. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
We'll give you some tips. Don't sell your kids. Don't get in a car. And don't trust anyone. Don't even trust us.
Especially, here's the real truth. This is all with old weirdos. If the younger they are, trust them even less.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a bell curve of if they're 80, 90 years old, don't trust those people. They're like, come on, get in my car. Don't trust them.
Yeah.
60, 70, trust them even less.
Yeah.
All right? 50, 40, do not trust those people. They are bad people.
Yeah.
30, 20, those are psycho killers. Do not get in the car with them. But then the bell curve comes back down. You start to get to 10-year-olds. If a 10-year-old's like, get in this car. Come on. Maybe get in the car. I don't know. Maybe you do that. If a baby's driving a car and a baby... Yeah, if the baby's like, come on, get in the car. Maybe you go on that adventure.
It's out of a movie. It's pull up, hey, get in the car. It's like, hey, you're not old enough to drive. It's like, they said, get in the car. It's like, all right. Where are we going?
The bell curve goes back. At that point, if a baby, if a 105-year-old's like, get in the car, maybe you get in that car. Who knows what's going to happen?
And if it's a 10-year-old and a talking dog, definitely get in the car. That's an adventure waiting to happen. That's prime cartoons. It's we're going to the moon, and you're like, we can't go to the moon, and it's they start flying to the moon.
Yeah, I think a talking dog negates this entire thing, because if a talking dog shows up, no matter what the age, although still never get in a 20-year-old's car because those people are killers. But
I disagree. 25-year-old talking dog, they probably got some conniving plans together.
That's what I'm saying. Like 25-year-olds, no, don't trust them. They're evil.
Don't trust
But 35, it's a little more trustworthy. If there's like a 55-year-old man and a talking dog, that's going to be like a father figure to you, and he's going to take you on an adventure. And the talking dog's going to be like, here we go again. Yeah. But if there are no talking dogs, don't get in people's cars.
Don't do it.
Just don't do it.
Don't do it.
Just don't do it. Weird people, if that man had gone up to these people and was like, I want to pay you $200,000, and so does my talking dog, then maybe that story's a little bit different. But there was no talking dog, so it's not a different story. It's creepy. It's creepy and messed up. Don't do that shit.
Don't do it. It's creepy. And that's the moral.
All right. Well, what a weird, bizarre way to end this podcast.
I never thought I would go there.
Yeah, well, that's where we went. Thank you so much for listening and watching wherever you are. But first, Crendor, hit it with all the socials.
We're going to twitter.com/Jesse Cox and Crendor, twitch.tv/Jesse Cox Crendor, the youtube.com/Jesse Cox Crendor, youtube.com/Cox and Crendor, youtube.com/Cox and Crendor podcast. If you want the podcast on YouTube, there's also SoundCloud, there's iTunes, there's podcast places galore. Give us thumbs up. Give us spaghetti. Give us swag. Give us everything you got. Share it, like it, bump it, twist it, bop it.
All right, lick it, smack it. Well, that's it for us. We will see you guys next time. Anyway, thank you so much. And as always, to be continued.